Hello, YouTube viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I have won the jackpot again. I went to a community yard sale and found all this the same day, including this piece here, all of it for $60. I thought it was like 50, but I really counted everything and I know how much I paid for this and for that. But when I first made the video that I shared everything with you and things weren't cleaned up or nothing like that, I thought it was like at $50 cap. But then I counted everything and it is $60. So I spent $60 on all this. So in this video, I am going to share with you that table over there. And then this will be a separate video. Okay, so let's go to this table here. All this, including what you see on the chair there, all this was $20. $20 only. I cannot believe it. Now, this wasn't even put out for sale. When I asked the lady if she had any miniatures, and I think it was the second time, because one time I went to a community yard sale, same area, and I had asked the woman, I think it was her. So she didn't have it ready. So today when I asked her, she said, "Oh, I actually have a bin in my house." So she went in with her daughters, and I stayed outside while they went in, talking to her husband, older man. So they came out with this whole bin, and I started looking through it, and you know what? I couldn't look through all this at the yard sale. So I asked her, "How much do you want for all of it?" And I didn't think she was gonna say $20. I thought she was gonna say more. So when she said 20, I pulled out my 20 and I gave it to her. I mean, this is unbelievable. Let me go slow so that you can see the items. Now, it seems to me like maybe her daughters or her whatever, I think they were selling stuff. There's a lot of brand new stuff in packages. And look at this. You see, it even has a little sticker, $9.99. What a beautiful mirror. And then I found 2 fans. Look at that, 2 of them. They have a lot of new stuff. Look at that, a sweeper, like a vacuum cleaner. Some Halloween items. Look at that. A lot of packaged stuff like this. So I think they were selling and making. They were making stuff because she told me that they were making some handmade things. And I see that there are a lot of these. And these seem to be the cakes that are on top of this. So they were making cakes. Look at that. Like for a miniature bakery. And they were making them in large numbers. So these will be part of it, and these will be like the toppings. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of this stuff with color in it. So I think they were making a whole bunch of those. That's why I think that they were selling this at some point. Maybe they used to go to those shows, miniature shows. And look at this, packaged, brand new. A whole bunch of these. Look at that. Rifles. There's like 5 packs. And what else? There are some dolls. So I have the little girl here, and I have the mother there and the father. Some Panthers. Look at this. See what I'm saying? Brand new in the package. Brand new. And then this bag, I started looking through it and I didn't finish. I got tired. So eventually I'll see what's in there. And then look at this, packaged, these magnets. And look at this furniture. Now I see this and I say to myself, wow, this looks really easy to make. I could try to make these. Look at this. And this one, I love this one. Too bad that there wasn't like a whole set here. It's just this one, but it's very nicely made. Now, some things are a little bit beat up. Like, let's say this table here, and this is probably like for a fireplace, like a mailbox for the porch. But you see, like this table here, it has a lot of residue, and I think that was from the tacky glue. This here, because I found that on top of the fireplace. Look at that. It's, to me, it seems like if it was ruined, but I'm going to try to, get that off of there because this is a nice fireplace. And they put some of that glue too on here. So I cleaned this up already, but I'm gonna have to clean up this fireplace. So there's more furniture here. Even a Christmas tree. Look at that, a lot of stuff in packages. Look at that. What else? There's a lot of stuff, cakes, a lot of stuff for bakeries, and a lot of little birds, even bird feeders. Look at that, bird feeders, flowers. Look at that. There's a whole bunch of these around. There's more there, more there. Those are great for my miniature florist. Look at this little table. You see what I'm saying? A lot of stuff is packaged. Then there's a little bin here. Look at this. She told me that they were making handmade stuff. So you see, that's why I'm thinking they were selling this. So they were hand making stuff and selling it. That's what I think. See what I'm saying? A lot of stuff in packages. And these miniatures could be very expensive. Look at this one. $4.25 it would have been at the store or wherever they were selling it. Look at that. An old-fashioned TV, very realistic. So to get all this for $20 only, that was a steal. $20. Look at that. Look at that. $20 right there. And then I found this. It says bedroom, bathroom, tile floor. So you see they have like samples of wallpaper and flooring. They also had this here. This, what I'll do is I'll probably cut out those pictures of those miniature houses. Maybe if I make a dollhouse store, I can place those as like display boxes, display houses. Then some ribbon too, very nice ribbon. Look at that. Another little box here with a whole bunch of pieces, more ribbon, a little miniature clock right there. Look at the brooms and the mops, even Halloween stuff. Look at that. Right there, look at that, so cute. I love that. And you know what? There are a lot of things here that I did not have. Look at that. A mini skeleton and this. I didn't have that. I didn't have a mirror like that. This is all new to me. Look, the sweeper, I didn't have that. These fans are precious. Look. So yes, so I think that I got very lucky today. I paid those $20 so fast to that lady when she said $20. Oh, and then there's look at this too. Whole package of frames and inserts, and look at this, mat stacks. Great condition. So yeah, so there's $20 there, and I will be back to share with you the other items that I bought. So stay tuned for that, and thank you so much for watching.